Good evening, friends. So today I am going to discuss about this one of the important certification exam that is related to the audit field. So as we know that in my previous videos I have given some introduction about the DISA, that is Diploma in Systems Audit, that is confined to the India. That means the certificate is valid within India. When it that is also related to the audit field, and the subject which I am discussing today is also related to the audit, but this certification, that is Certified Information Systems Auditor, this certificate is valid all over the world. So this as I am preparing for this exam, so on daily basis I am preparing my own self notes. Parallelly I will be writing my some important points, so which will be useful for you, for those who are preparing for this CISA exam. And I have given some of the details about this what are the domains that are existing in CISA in my one of the video of CISA. So, and first domain is about information system audit process. So in this as far as exam is concerned, we will be having about 21% weightage in this domain. As we know that we are having 5 domains, in that this is the first domain. So in my daily preparation I will be preparing some notes and we will have a discussion, so that you can also follow with me, for we have a, so that we can have a discussion. So here are some of the few points which I have covered by reading some few pages of the prescribed book, that is CRM, CISA Review Manual. So here are the few points. Let us have the discussion. So in that they have given an under introduction part that how audit helps. So what is the use of audit? So it plays an important role in providing the assurance about the information assets and its levels of protection in the organization. So that means that the information assets that are present in the organization, so how their level of protection is existing in the organization can be known by doing an audit. That means the information assets like your hardware, your system software, all these things, when that are being audited, the hardware, software, these are all nothing but the information assets of an organization. When they are done audit, so how they are protecting us, the level, that is the level of protection that are giving to the organization can be evaluated by means of an audit, so that based upon that how well they are giving the assurance to us can be known. So that is this point. So what is the other point? By doing an audit, it gives some assurance to the stakeholders of an organization. As of now, in the first point we have seen, it gives assurance about how the things are going. That means how the information assets are efficient and how they are protecting, that can be known. In addition to that, by getting the results of by getting the results of related to the information assets, we can give an assurance to the stakeholders of an organization. The stakeholders are nothing but the management, directors. So for them we can give an assurance by doing this audit. So the stakeholders are very important for our organization, and by doing an audit we have to report to the stakeholders regarding the outcome of an audit. This is most important. So remember friends, stakeholders of organizations are important word, because in CISA examinations you will find some of the questions like who is the owner of so and so assets, who is the ultimate owner of an assets. So such kind of questions will come. So we need to concentrate this word, stakeholders of an organization. So let us see some other important points. So what is it? Why IS audit? Till now we asked how audit will help us, but what is why IS audit? So when a person from IS audit is coming, he will check what are the things? He checks that whether IS systems are in compliance with the laws and regulations. That means, for example, we have Reserve Bank of India in India. Okay, Reserve Bank of India, where it to frame some rules and regulations that should be followed by all the banks in the banking sector. So whether the banks are following all these rules and regulations should be checked. That is a general thing. In the same way, IS audit also, the laws and regulations that are framed under information systems area, whether all the information systems in organizations are complying with those rules and regulations should be checked. So IS audit is important in that area. Next, information systems and its process are comply with the policies and procedures framed established by the organization. So once these rules and laws and regulations are framed by the respective IS audit bodies, so that will be implemented in the form of policies and procedures that will be framed in the organization. So as per the organization's policies and procedures, whether everything is done according to that or not should be checked by the IS audit. So IS audit will check the information systems and its process are complying with the procedures and policies. So next one, to check whether the IS audit and information are maintaining appropriate level of confidentiality, integrity and availability. This is very much important. CIA, we call it as CIA, confidentiality, integrity and availability. In the exam point of view, you can have a question on the CIA. So whether respect to information asset, okay, to check whether the IS data and information are maintaining appropriate level of confidentiality, integrity and availability. So the information that is present in the organization, whether it is maintaining the confidentiality, whether it is maintaining the integrity, whether it is having availability. So confidentiality should be given to the appropriate persons. Integrity, whether information that is stored is not being changed by any other unauthorized person. And availability is a case where the information is available on request basis, that too all the time, and also to the authorized person only. So whether this is maintained in the organization or not should be checked by the IS audit. To check how efficient are IS operations and how effectively targets are getting met. See, IS operations are how efficient they are, that will be checked, and also how effectively the targets are getting met. So that means how IS systems are helping in the development of business organization in the form of targets. So how they are effectively helping the reaching the targets of an organization. So that should be checked. So these are the few points where IS audit is required. So let us see some more things. Duties of an IS auditor. So what actually the IS auditor do? Whenever the IS auditor comes to organization, he checks the control framework. So organization will have its own control framework as per the laws and regulations governing bodies. They will have their own control. They will have control framework with that are compliant to the laws and regulations which I discussed. So they'll prepare one control framework. So whenever IS auditor comes to the organization, he reviews this control framework. After that, he checks all the things in the organization, IS audit things, that means IS information systems, and gather the evidence. After gathering the evidence, he do some sort of evaluation and finding out the strengths and weakness. So after that, based on the evidence, he prepares an audit report. So he evaluated strength and weakness, gathered the evidence. So based upon these things, he prepared one audit report. In that audit report, he writes whatever the findings that he found with weaknesses, and also he reports the total document to the stakeholders with recommendations. So simply, for example, I go to the organization, I check the organization's what is the structure or framework. So I start visiting different departments and checking what is what, and I'll gather the each and every departments. So that means I'll ask some questions to the department. They'll be giving some answers. So accordingly, I'll take the evidence. I'll store the evidence. This is very important. I need to store the evidence. Why? Because for preparing audit report, you need to gather the evidence that should be stored and also should be stored. So, and also I'll evaluate the strength and weaknesses, and while preparing the audit report, I will include all the audit findings which I have done in the different departments, and also write the weaknesses which these are the present in the audit report, and also I also write the recommendations for the better development for the respective departments where I visited. So that I will be presenting the stakeholders, so that the stakeholders will have an idea about what is there in their departments. That is the reason I have told here, by doing an audit gives us some assurance to the stakeholders of organization. This assurance will be given by IS auditor, saying that these are the things that are present in your organization, and these are the improvements that need to be done, where the IS auditor will write some sort of recommendations. Okay. So let us see other thing. Okay. So generally in audit process we have some three main phases. One is planning, and second one is fieldwork and documentation, and third one is reporting and or follow up. So this terminologies may vary in the organization, but the work will be the same as per this procedure only. So some main phases will be further classified into sub phases. For example, the reporting phase is there. Reporting phase will have report writing will be there, issuance will be there, issue follow up will be there, and audit closing. So this is nothing but report writing. Report writing, what I told previously, as writing the audit report. I will be presenting to the stakeholders, and I will do the follow up of the things whether they are done or not. So after that, if the compliance is done, if after getting all the follow ups, after everything is done, I'll close the audit. So that means after the recommendations, if they do according to the recommendations, or some cases will come like organization will handle the risk on its own, even after writing auditor writing the recommendations. So such compliance we call it. So the compliance will be given. So accordingly, auditing will be closed. So what are the three phases? One is planning, one is fieldwork or documentation, and third one is reporting or follow up. So we must have a basic difference between the information systems and the information technology. So what is information system? Information systems has IT component that will interact with the process components. That means IT component, that means hardware, software, all these things are IT component. Information systems has IT component. So in the total IS, that means information systems, in total information systems we have an IT component. So IS is as a whole, in that IT is the part. You have to remember this. And IT. Now we'll coming to the IT. Information technology will be having the hardware, software, and communications. So these are the few things that will exist in the information technology, because with the help of this hardware, software, and communication will be having some sort of activities that are happening. That is inputting of data, storage of data, processing of data, and transmission of data, and outputting of data. These are the few steps that will happen in the IT. So these are the few activities that are happening in IT. So difference between IS and IT. IT is a part of IS, and IS is as a whole that interact with the IT, that will interact with the process components. What are the process components? Process components will exist in the IT, that is inputting, storage, process, transmission of data or outputting of data. So these are the few things. So this is the study which I have done today. So we'll continue in the next class with some other with continuation topic of this domain 1. Please be free if you have any doubts in that, so that with the help of more discussion we can have more doubts, because this is the subject where you need to think like an auditor. Just don't go straight away as we read our textbooks, all these things. No, you must think like an auditor, and because the questions which are coming in the examinations will be very, very tough. Until unless you sit in the auditor seat and think like an auditor, then only you'll be able to answer the questions. Thank you.